the Dutch opened this thing, the Veluwemeer Aqueduct. It's a pretty striking piece of engineering that you may well have seen in TikTok posts about unbelievable...
How do they connect?
Babe, are you saying what I'm saying?
Hi guys,
it's been a whole damn minute. We're finally back on the channel. I have some good news. I have lots and lots of good news, and some of you can tell my face looks different. We did what? We welcomed our baby girl. She's so beautiful, like damn beautiful.
Looking a lot like me.
Like me too. And we'll be going live on the channel, telling you guys what's up, live updates and the likes of it. And today we are going to be checking out another video. We're going to be checking out, I visited the Netherlands coolest bridge. This is the first time ever reaction to this. We've been exploring lots of Netherlands Dutch videos, and it has been crazy, like really, really crazy, fascinating, and amazing. We've really been having a good time with the Dutch people, and today we are going to be checking out these parts of them, and let's get right into the video, guys.
What on earth is this?
That's a lake. That's a lake or a river, a stream.
Okay, well, the way you said it, like...
Well, it's water. What on earth is this?
We're here in the Dutch province of Gelderland, or Gelderland. Well, I'm hoping that you're somewhere slightly less cold.
Yeah.
But the piece
hot.
of land that we are more interested in, while Gelderland is very lovely, we're more interested in that bit of land over the other side of this body of water, which is called Flevoland, or Flevoland. I'm not going to pretend that my Dutch pronunciation is going to be any good in this video, so you're going to have to go with me. So yeah, that's the province of Flevoland. It's only existed for a number of decades, and that's not because of some sort of administrative delay or a redrawing of maps. It's because the land that it is built on was only created in the 1950s and 60s. The Netherlands have a quite remarkable history of land reclamation and geoengineering, and Flevoland is almost certainly their masterpiece.
Wow.
I'm not going to pretend I have even the faintest idea how they did it, nor am I going to pretend
like
that
they created the land.
What do they mean created the land?
I'm very confused, like...
Yeah, they have a lot of land reclamation.
I think with exploring the video, we'll discover what...
He also doesn't have the faintest idea.
Explain it much better than I could. But long story short, this part of the country used to be a gigantic bay called the Zuiderzee, and it was filled with salt water from the North Sea. It was so enormous that even full-scale naval battles were fought in here. But in the early 1900s, the Dutch sealed off the entrance to the bay by constructing a huge barrier called the Afsluitdijk. See relevant Tim Traveller.
How?
Which means it was covered by
water. But they reconstructed.
How did they do that?
I know they are insanely good with, engineering, but the fact that that was like a whole water, that a full-scale naval fight was done there in the 1950s, and the fact that, okay, we can actually work on that space now.
I didn't know. I was scared that, underneath of...
I still have so much faith in the Dutch, engineering with what I've seen so far.
Okay. Well.
But guys...
Video here, and allowed rivers flowing into the bay to gradually flush out the seawater, and it became an enormous freshwater lake known as the IJsselmeer. That's already pretty mad, but then they took it one step further by creating two so-called polders, extremely low-lying tracts of land made from reclaimed silt from the seabed, or in this case lake bed, protected by dikes and drainage systems. From the bed of IJsselmeer, the Dutch created Flevopolder, the largest polder in the Netherlands and actually the largest artificial island in the world by an absolutely ridiculous margin. And just to the northeast, they created the aptly named Noordoostpolder, which would be the second largest artificial island in the world, were it an island. Fun fact, this area was actually supposed to have a third polder called Markerwaard, but the government decided against it because the country was rapidly industrializing and they didn't feel like they needed another 50 trillion hectares of farmland. Either way, back to Flevoland. Flevoland is a province which comprises nothing but these two polders. And as I mentioned earlier, Flevopolder is an island separated from the original coastline of the Zuiderzee by a ring of water that allows for easier navigation and also more convenient control of drainage.
Yeah.
And because the Dutch seem to enjoy laughing in the face of God, they even went and diked up this bit of water, didn't they? The little control freaks. So now, instead of it being a river, it's a series of long, thin lakes, with each separating dike featuring a bridge that allows for road access and foot access and cycle access, as there's somebody biking down there, from the mainland to Flevopolder. But one of these dikes is a little bit different. and I'm here standing on it at 7 a.m. in January. What a shit idea this was. On the northern end of this dike between Boulderweide and Veluwemeer, there's a fairly low clearance bridge, much like the other dikes along this strip of water. But down at the southern end in 2002, the Dutch opened this thing, the Veluwemeer Aqueduct. It's a pretty striking piece of engineering that you may well have seen in TikTok
I don't
posts about
understand. How do
unbelievable...
they connect?
Babe, are you saying what I'm saying? There's a water flowing upward the bridge.
And then the road leads
This downward. How do they reconstruct or,
Are they not worried about, like maybe during the raining
days or
season,
when there's high tides of
high
water?
tides, yeah. Like, how do they control
The water
the
flow.
water flow?
engineering projects, or if you're a few decades older, some
Oh my
absolutely
God.
nonsensical photoshopped Facebook posts showing cruise ships somehow
Wow.
passing through it, rather than a
It's
road
so
bridge
big.
over water.
That means
it's a
What?
water bridge
Wait, hold
over
on.
a road.
In every sense, water normally flow downwards
Not
not
upward.
upward in a bridge, You only flow on cars move on top, not
What I'm even surprised with is the size of the ship that just passed through it. Wow.
this is unbelievable. Like this is supposed to be in the wonders of the world. For real.
I don't know why this is not talked about that much. Because this is the first time I'm like,
What do you mean
Seen
a
it.
bridge ship can go through or boat can go through, cars beneath? It's just very versatile, multitasking, and durable.
how did they wait? I'm trying to think of how they
How they move the
engineered
water?
this.
Okay, it should be flowing.
How did they even come up to think of like, I'm still trying to understand, like, no, I'm going to have a headache.
Isn't that weird? Following the completion of the Flevoland in the 1950s, this dike crossing used to consist of
The
something called the
crossing.
harder sluice, which consisted of a tiny canal spanned by a tiny one-lane drawbridge, creating a horrendous bottleneck for both cars and boats. There aren't all that many photos of it in its original state left.
So I guess it's pretty lucky that they just picked it up and moved it 30 kilometres across to the other side of Flevoland, where it still acts as a very cute little crossing on a much smaller road with no traffic. That's handy, isn't it?
With car traffic increasing throughout the 80s and 90s, the local government decided that they needed to upgrade this little single-lane road into the more significant N302 highway, and thus they needed to upgrade the crossing too. While a ferry and a drawbridge were both considered, in the end the
Wow.
aqueduct was seen as a convenient solution that would allow access to Flevoland without either A. boats having to stop for a canal lift, B. both cars and boats having to stop for a drawbridge, or C. the government having to build a bridge high enough for all boats to pass underneath, which would have been extremely expensive, it would have ruined the landscape, and it also would have been at the mercy of very high winds that this area experiences. And so in 1998, construction started on this amazing little bridge, and 4 years later, it was opened. And yes, while other dikes along this stretch of water only had bridges,
Construction started, and 4 years later it was opened.
Is this,
I know
is
this
this
will
bridge
take-
still standing?
Yeah, it is.
Do you know what? Actually, like, I'm very surprised that something like this.
It's possible was implemented. I mean, I'm shocked at the time frame they used to achieve it. Because 4 years later it was opened.
these two lakes are a hotspot for leisure boating, and thus the continuity afforded by being able to pass easily from one to the other was seen as a tick in the pro column for the aqueduct
I know.
design.
At
So
the
how did
side
they
is
make it?
still water.
Well,
Huge
like much
water.
of the hydrological projects around the Netherlands, a coffer dam was used to create a dry construction area before the lake bed was excavated down to
I
the
wish
depth
someone
of
can
the
do a
road.
video,
Then a
like,
water
passing
bridge was
through,
constructed over the top with a
like,
depth
under
of
the-
3 meters or
This- they
10
are showing
feet,
under- this
a
is the
length
bridge.
of 25
No, that can't
meters,
be under the
82
bridge.
feet,
There's no
and a
water here.
width
I'm not
of
seeing
19 meters or
Wait,
63
is that under the
feet.
bridge?
22,000 tons of reinforced
It's under
concrete
the
was
bridge
used to
now.
hold the weight
See,
of the
water above.
overhead,
Water is not
while
by
a
the
bunch
side.
more steel sheet piling was
There's
used
already
to hold
nad-
the weight of the water and sediment back at the sides. The area was subsequently reflooded, creating this surreal site we have today. Thanks to the Archimedes
see.
principle,
Wow.
the bridge isn't at risk of overflow. Any
Is it-
displacement is
wait.
absorbed.
That middle, is like.
I think they use this dam system. You know the way they pull high walls and dam to hold the water back. But how do they do the above one?
Yeah, and how confident are they that will not degrade over time because of the water just soaking on it and everything? That's why I'm surprised that it is still standing.
And if you notice, he said they used trillions of dollars or trillions of money
Yeah.
to achieve this. So they used a very
High
high quality
quality.
materials to do it.
Still insane.
Because any mistake lies
by the vast lakes on either side. Furthermore, the stress load on the bridge is constant and doesn't fluctuate as objects pass over it, meaning it's actually far less likely to fail than a traditional road or rail bridge.
Oh, where this guy, like where he stood when he started the
Yes.
video was actually the.
Yes.
Do you know I didn't know?
Up until now.
I just. Wow.
Aqueducts are rare but not hugely unique, and there are famous examples all over the world. But the Veluwemeer Aqueduct is just so aesthetically pleasing, and so prone to social media sensationalism, that I felt I should come by and make a little video of it. Also just so I can be a nerd about the artificial hydrological systems of the Netherlands, which are quite frankly ridiculous in their scope and impressiveness, as is the power they afford the Dutch to control the seas around them. And even this little tunnel, side note, is it a tunnel or a bridge? Fight me in the comments. Contains a
There's
great
only tunnel
example
to
of
walk
this
under.
ingenuity. Underneath the
Or is it for
Veluwemeer
bike
Aqueduct,
cars?
there's
Yeah,
a
you
hell of
can
a lot
bike,
of drainage
cycle,
in order
you
for
can
any
walk.
overflowing water to be removed from the road. But so far, this has
Okay,
only
there's a
ever
drainage
existed
in
as a
case of
contingency
overflow.
plan and has
Yeah,
never
that's what
been
I
put to
was
use. The
concerned
strength of
about.
the calculations that were made was so strong that they've simply never had to use it. The Dutch have harnessed the power of land reclamation and engineering to such an extent that in this part of the world, tides no longer have an impact, rainwater can be quickly drained away, and flooding is simply never a threat. As the old saying goes,
God schiep de aarde, maar de Nederlanders schiepen Nederland.
God created the world, but the Dutch created the Netherlands.
I believe that so much. After seeing this is one of the coolest bridges I've seen so far.
That phrase, like God created the world, but the
Netherlands created.
On the face of it, it's
Dutch
not like the
created
most
Netherlands.
beautiful
Yeah.
landscape you could ever hope to see. It's very pretty, but when you have the context of what exactly the Dutch did to build this, it's kind of amazing. I have a lot of stuff to film today, which is why I'm here at 7 a.m. and it's so cold. But yeah, no, I'm glad I stopped by. And if you are here, I mean, you might actually struggle to notice the aqueduct because it's so, from street level, from road level, you barely notice it. It just feels like a normal tunnel. But then you realize that you're actually driving under 1,000 tons of water or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool though. And I'm glad I got here on a day where it wasn't windy or cloudy.
Even when he said this, right, that when you are on the street level, you feel like you're just driving under a tunnel. When he started his video, I just
I
felt
didn't
like
know,
it was.
yeah, it was on a
Yeah.
bridge or something.
But when
I felt like
now
it was
saw
the riverside.
Exactly. When I saw the overview of, the magnificent creation that these people
Of the
crafted
Dutch.
out, I was impressed. Really.
But yes, thank you for watching. And yeah, that's about it. Bye.
Actually, the Dutch, they actually outdid themselves here.
They're smart.
I don't know why I have so much faith in the engineering. Because I've seen a couple of videos where they have outsmart nature. And this is one of the times they did that. Because I've never thought of seeing a bridge where the water is running upward,
and the cars are
moving downward. It's always the cars up, the water down.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed when I saw the Dutch traffic light system, and now seeing the coolest bridge again is fascinating.
I was actually I usually ask the question, how do they build those pillars? I think they're pillars that normally support a bridge that they build to cross waters. I was very confused with that, and then you guys came and added this. I feel like you guys want me to go crazy. I'm still yet to discover the scientific, or would I call it scientific or physics behind the creation of a normal bridge. And you people
Going
now
through water,
introduce
yeah.
this. Come on,
That's crazy.
let us catch up. Give us a minute to catch up first.
Now with the Dutch
And the funniest thing is this, right? They didn't do this now.
in the 1950s.
They did it in the 1950s. I swear to God, I'm sorry to say this, but I feel like my country is still in the 90s.
90s or 80s.
Yeah,
or the 50s.
like in the 50s, not even in the 90s. Because look at what these guys did in the 90s.
It's crazy, man. It's impressive. I'm honestly impressed and blown by the Dutch engineering. As they say, God created the world, and
The Dutch
No,
created-
God created the world and the Dutch created
Created
Netherlands.
Netherlands.
For real. I'll see you guys on my next one. Do not forget to like, subscribe. Love you guys.